Hello everyone and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott and today we're doing something a little bit different, something that we've never done on this channel before. We're exploring a casino, but there's some hidden abandoned attractions inside, so technically we're doing a little bit of both. That's right, we're here at Buffalo Bill's in Primm, just 30 minutes out of Las Vegas. There's an abandoned log ride, an abandoned roller coaster that's right behind me, so let's go get inside and check everything out. And you can see just outside in the parking lot, the Desperado roller coaster stretches all the way around the Buffalo Bill's Hotel and Casino, because this is a hotel. Now, a little history on this casino. This has been closed since 2020, just as everything was. It just reopened in December of 2022. Although the attractions on the inside probably won't open up at all. And I used to come here all the time, like as a kid, to ride the roller coaster and ride the log ride with my parents. It's been about 8 years or so since I've actually stepped foot in this hotel. And obviously it's gonna be a lot older and a lot more run down than I remembered it, but it'll still be fun to go inside and check everything out. There also used to be a monorail that would run from this casino all the way to the Primm casino and the outlets just right down the way. You can see the monorail track right there. And then of course, one of the dips here for the Desperado roller coaster. And you can see just how much of a ghost town it is right now. They say they have valet, but I don't think they have valet. I think the signs are just all over the place, but judging by the parking lot, I don't expect there to be tons of people in here. Oh yeah, this is throwing me back, definitely. Now, as soon as you step in, right behind us is that monorail station right up there. You used to be able to walk right up the stairs and jump on this monorail, like I said, to the Primm outlets, which are just right down the way. Now, one of the coolest things about Buffalo Bill's Casino is you can actually see the log ride throughout the entire casino. So I'm pretty sure this is one of the spots that you can see it. Oh yeah, you can see the drained log flume right here. Looks very scary. And I mean, in the older years at least, I don't know if in the recent time that I rode this, which God knows how long ago I rode this log ride, you would get a little blaster and you can actually shoot those targets that you see right there while riding the log flume throughout the casino. But yeah, there's so many of these different viewing areas. Just on the other side right over here is another one of those little scenes with all the targets and whatnot. Wow. And then right to our left, just like every other Vegas buffet, it seems like, there's a shuttered buffet. Now, despite a lot of the log flume being throughout the casino, the actual drop of this was outside, which we'll go outside a little bit later, see if we can get a shot of the drop on the outside, and you drop right into the casino, which is kind of a neat transition. But right behind me is the loading station, so let's go see what's left of the loading station for both Desperado and the Adventure log flume, I think it was called. And just to say that we did it, we're gonna play a slot machine here because we don't know when we'll ever visit Buffalo Bill's again, or if they have any plans to close it down at all. Now, it wasn't just the log ride that went through the casino. Actually, Desperado went through the casino too. You can see just right up there, that is the lift hill for Desperado, with some of it being in the casino, and then obviously the station is right to the right of it. Right above the arcade is where the actual station was at. So there are some stairs over here leading up to the Desperado load station. You can see all the gates, no lights on in there at all. Like I said, this is right above the arcade because this arcade used to be a lot bigger than it is, and I'll show you guys right now just how big it's scaled down to, or I should say how smaller it is now. Yeah, this actual load station, everything was pretty uniquely themed. Oh yeah, this arcade is definitely way more scaled down than it was before. This is just cooped into one little corner here. It used to be a lot bigger. You can kind of see right behind all these machines. That's how far it used to extend. Oh, and you can kind of, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit where you can see the exit of the log ride right over here. Now, what you just saw there was the load station for the log ride. No signs of any activity there, just like the rest of the entire casino as far as the thrill rides and attractions aspect goes. But yeah, it was neat seeing that all behind. You can literally just poke your head through the little crack of the machine and see the load station, or the former load station. Actually, we don't know. It could be the current one, because hopefully one day the log ride opens up, and Desperado. But I don't know, because just like this frog hopper over here, this ride is deemed unsafe and sealed for out of service. Any unauthorized person removing the sign will be prosecuted. Now, even though it is red tagged, we don't know if they're gonna rip these out. Like, I'm sure that Desperado and the log ride are also red tagged just because they haven't been worked on at all. So, you know, one could assume that these are gonna get ripped out, but you never know. Okay, well, it looks like you don't need to go into the arcade to actually see the load station, because you can literally just walk right up to the load station and see it. Like, this feels very eerie. This feels so creepy, but it's so cool to see. And the current state that it's in, I don't think it's going to be reopening anytime soon, but the logs are still there. All the load station's still there. It's still intact. Like I said, I wouldn't count this out. You know, I could be hoping a little bit too much here, but I wouldn't count it out. You can also see where it leads out to the outdoor area, to where you go climb that lift hill up into that cave. But yeah, this used to be a poppin' place when I was a kid. I used to love riding this attraction. There's also an elevator for accessibility to get up to the load station for Desperado. And then the entrance to Desperado is right up these stairs, right where we're looking at this height requirement. There's some 2 barrels blocking us from going up to the load station, obviously, since it is closed, but there's still the signage right there of the different stats and whatnot, and of course all the warnings and safety requirements. Now, there used to be other attractions other than the frog hopper, the log ride, and Desperado. They used to be located way back here. Obviously now there's a giant crane sitting there. There's some blockers over there to hold your loose articles. And then if you walk right over here, this is the ending scene for the log flume that leads right back into that load station. This was another location for the arcade. It kind of expanded a little bit over here. I remember there used to be some skee ball machines back here, and even in this room right over here too. And then I think the ride photo was just right down here, right next to the Mrs. Fields, which has since been closed. There is, however, a Panda Express open right behind us though. Let's see if we can see more parts of the attraction over here. It's really hard to see, but this is all dark right now. This is getting towards the end of the attraction. Right over here. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, look at the little bear right down there. And then of course another dude with a bag of money, maybe? Now, despite a whole bunch of stuff being abandoned, there is still some liveliness to this casino. Like, they got a tree bar, which is really neatly themed if you think about it, with some TVs playing, of course, sports channels and whatnot. And then they do actually still have concerts here at the Star of the Desert Arena. There's a Desert Star Arena stage bar. But yeah, the entrance to the arena is right over here, and they do have concerts. There's actually one scheduled for, I think, like March 11th. Let's go see that. I think there's a seat map. Oh yeah, right over here, there's a seat map. Just to kind of get an idea of how big the arena is. So actually, when the entire Buffalo Bills casino was closed down, they still opened some of it just for the concerts. Like, I'm assuming like it was cut off right here because this is the rest of the casino, but they would open up the arena for the concerts. But the rest of the casino was closed up until December of last year, and that's December of 2022 if you're watching this video a little bit further down the line. Yeah, here's the entrance to the Star of the Desert Arena, or at least the lobby area. It's like Gabriel Iglesias was here in 2011. Oh yeah, oh, lots of stuff. Oh no, arena entrance right over here. So it's right across from us. But we're gonna make our way outside right now, see if we can see any of the remaining attraction remnants on the outside. And I kind of want to show you guys just how far Desperado stretches. All right, now that I'm outside, I'm already seeing the cave where actually both the log ride goes through there and Desperado. So log ride, like I was mentioning, drops right down, and right in front of me you can see some of the log flume that leads right into the casino. So this is the first turn that you have right after the drop. Of course, you see one of those animatronics right there with one of the targets hidden, and then right over here is the entrance to the actual casino. There's some sandbags right there, preventing it from lifting up from all the winds and whatnot. Yeah, this attraction used to be so much fun. This was like, I want to say this was the first log ride I ever rode as a kid. Like, ever. Compared to any theme park or anything, this was probably one of the first. So, it just has a special place in my heart. And that's why I hope one day that I'm able to ride it once again. Here's the cave that I was talking about, the big mountain, and then you can actually get a great shot of the drop. It's not a very steep drop, but still a fun one. Okay, this is really cool because you can see Desperado right here, but you can also see the photo spot that they had for where they take the photos on the ride, and then right behind it is the drop of the log flume. I want to say it's called Canyon Blasters and Circus, but yeah, so there's where it was in the cave. You just drop right down in, and of course you get a great look at Desperado passing by when you're dropping down. And then here's where it leads to, right where we were standing right before. I was actually standing right over there. That's the entrance to the casino, and you make that big turn right into it. And of course we showed you guys where everything was at inside, as far as like the log flume going through to the actual load station. So if you take in consideration where everything's at, the load station is actually right behind this. And maybe if we go behind the mountain, we can even see the lift hill going up to it. You can see more of the Desperado track that goes through the cave. This is awesome because I did not expect to get this good of a viewing for everything. Like, I thought everything was be shuttered, they'd have walls up and whatnot, but no, you yourself can also come visit this if you're heading out to Vegas. Literally just 30 minutes out on the way up to Vegas if you're coming from California. Back in the car now, and I just wanted to show you guys the backside of Desperado just to see how long this coaster stretched. This is actually the backside of the hotel right now. So there's the hotel, and then right behind that is the casino. If we drive a little bit further up, you can see where the lift hill's at for Desperado. And actually, one of the neat things about riding this coaster was the view that you got. You got the view of the entire desert and of course the hotel. Just to see how big this hotel is, there's different towers, if you will, or buildings. And then right in the middle of it is the pool. I remember the last time I rode it that you could see the pool right in the middle of all these different buildings. But yeah, the views were great. So right there is the first drop, and then right behind it is the lift hill. Just to kind of get an idea of how tall the attraction was, and then it'd go through the tunnel for the first drop, which is right over here. And then it'd come right outside the tunnel, which is kind of a neat shot if you want to like sit here and take pictures of it and whatnot. Like if it was raining right now, this would be a perfect photo opportunity to just sit here, take photos, take some videos, take some TikToks or Reels or whatever you guys want to do. Yeah, right there's the drop, right on the side of the building. And then the coaster just went right through the entire parking lot, right where we got out the first time. You can see, and it stretched all the way to the cave, which is on the other side of these buildings right over here. On this very windy day here in Primm, just right outside of Las Vegas, I'm going to end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is something that we haven't done on the channel, where we explored kind of an abandoned place. Now, if you want to see more stuff like this on the channel, please let me know down below in the comment section, because I had a great time filming this. This has been something that I've been wanting to check out and do for a while now, since it shuttered its doors in 2020, obviously. But before that, it's been a long time since I've been to Buffalo Bill, so I wanted to come out here and check it out. And honestly, seeing it all abandoned and everything, yes, it does get me sad, but it's really neat to see what it used to be, and hopefully for the future it will open up very, very soon. By very soon, I probably might get